Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. Saga after saga, that's what we'll be talking about most of the time on this channel. Where are you watching me from? Oh my god, let us start. Today guys, I'm calling, where are you, Sierra Leone brothers and sisters? Come and hear me out. Hey, very interesting. Every time when I say rich people, when they scam someone, it doesn't go far. But a poor person like me and you, when we just might be still a chicken, it means the whole world will know. And what will people do? They'll kill you. This is what is happening. Disgusting. They'll pour some and burn you with a tire. I'm not supporting theft, but guys, it works for the rich and it's hard for the poor. What are you talking about? My people, today I'm going to talk about Sierra Leone First Lady, who is trending here in UK because this woman rented a 2-bedroom council house to someone. While she was given this place, council accommodation in Sadok, before becoming First Lady, her and her husband, according to sources, they were given a 2-bedroom council flat. If I say council flat, is social housing accommodation, which here in UK is very difficult for someone to get that. As I'm talking to you, almost 336,000 people in the capital, they are on the waiting list. But this woman, who is very rich with his family, since they became president, moved in at a state lodge, but she did not give up this 2-bedroom council flat. The story goes on like this. Listen first to what I'm going to say to you. Don't forget to subscribe, my people. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Like, and support this channel. The First Lady of Sierra Leone, who left the UK in 2018, is believed to still be renting a council flat in Sadok, London. That is South London. I was right, but I was wrong to say Southeast London. This is saga. According to reports, it is claimed that records show Fatima Jabe Bio, that's her name, registered to vote at the 2-bedroom flat in Sadok, that's London, several times since 2009, with Sadok Council confirming the property has had the same tenants. The property has had the same tenant since 2007. And it indicated that Miss Jabe Bio continues to rent the flat. That flat is still in her name, which is Miss Jabe Bio. The Times reports that the 44-year-old, who is said to have an impressive property, breaching property portfolio in Africa. Guys, I've heard that this family, even this woman, has got a lot of properties, especially in Gambia. I'll play a video of someone who has witnessed and has seen those properties. But continue to listen to what I'm saying. Pay attention. It's not only in Africa where we call there's corruption. Sometimes we always complain that, oh, these Muzungus, these Europeans, they don't like us, they don't do this. That is a story after I finish this. It appears to be breaching the council housing rules here in UK, which state that such property, be a tenant, sole, or principal residence, it comes amid a social housing crisis in UK. My people, there is definitely a high social housing crisis here in UK. You go on the streets, people are homeless. You go in hostels, families are put in hostels since they cannot afford to pay private landlord. But this rich, greedy first lady in Sierra Leone chose to deny those people their rights to occupy this accommodation. Who does that? Oh my goodness. More than 336,000 households here in UK, just in the capital city. This is the figure for the capital city, which is London, were on waiting list for social housing in 2024. As we are talking, this is 2025. How many? Because the numbers have increased. Miss Jabe Bio was born in Sierra Leone and came to London to pursue a career in modeling and acting, where she met her now husband, who is the president of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, the president, as I said, of Sierra Leone. They are said to have married in 2013 and lived in the flat in Sadok until he was elected in 2018. When they moved to the luxurious president mansion in Sierra Leone, capital Freetown. What do you think? President has to reside in that luxurious apartment, guys. Is it presidential mansion? Oh, Auntie Yami, it's not apartment. Hey, neighbors of the property in South London say Miss Jabe Bio visited the flat sporadically and as recently as last autumn. She was here last autumn for holiday. She's still using this accommodation. She cannot spend the money and maybe buy a property here in UK, or else go and rent, book a hotel, 5-star hotel. You see? She doesn't care. While in Africa, it means these people, security is like no tomorrow. They cannot travel. They cannot travel without bodyguards. But here, she managed to go to that community where there's no protection. Maybe she brought her bodyguards. I don't know. But guys, she did not care. One neighbor told the Times reporter last year in October or November, she wasn't sure. She came with these executive cars, black Mercedes, black Mazdas, and entered the house. You see? Posh life everywhere. Hey, Africa, you are finishing me as your fellow African. Hey, it is not clear why the First Lady has retained the tenancy of the flat. It's greedy. What do you mean it's not clear? It's greedy. Greediness everywhere. Neighbors reportedly recognized Tigda Solem, that's the First Lady daughter, from her previous marriage. The 19-year-old was registered to vote at the address. Can you see how they do investigate everything in this Western world? She voted 2023 because when you vote in, all your details are registered to that address, so you cannot run away. With one neighbor saying she occasionally visited to correct post addresses. She goes there, that's the daughter, to collect some letters. We call it post. They are letters, so don't get twisted. Those letters are addressed to the president wife, the First Lady of Sierra Leone. Kudos to all Sierra Leones. Can you see we are suffering, but our First Lady is doing her business, secret business everywhere, even she's touched Europe. This is how clever this First Lady is. She doesn't care. Maybe if she was someone, she could have. She forgot she's got money. She should have bought this property. But I don't know why she did not do that. Let's continue. As you like this video and enjoy this video, because now this channel is about sagas. Let's see what is happening out there, so that we can know, because sometimes we don't really know. Because nowadays a lot of people, they are not reading newspapers. People, they are not watching news on their TVs. What do? We spend more time on social media platforms. But thank God, even social media platforms are showing these type of stories, scandals. The First Lady even stayed at the property the time she came visiting London for social outings. The Time published what it said. It was an image of letters addressed to the couple outside the front door of the flat. The average council rent for a 2-bedroom flat in Sadok is said to be around £560 a month. Wow, I did not know, guys, that is so cheap like that. Because if you rent the same property from a private landlord, you are going to cry. You'll be working all your life to pay your rent and other bills, then you left with no pounds, nothing. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. Comment, let me know what you think as we continue to expose our First Lady. A spokesperson for Sadok Council told the Express, "We cannot comment on individual tenancies." This is what they do when they are investigating. When the newspaper reporters goes to meet them, they will never reveal anything because they are busy investigating. So what I can say to you, let me show you this video so that you can listen proper to this guy who will show us the properties in Gambia. And he is also the one who has been part of this investigation.
Money is evil, my people. I repeat, evil.
Ashamed of this first lady, because at the end of the day, she's gonna make people being investigated. People like this denying other people's chances of getting opportunities. Might be some of the people now doubted whenever they are into the situation where they are homeless. What type of first lady is this one? Who will be eating, munching, chopping taxpayers' money in her country by becoming rich since 2018 when they became president and wife? They have choked the taxpayers' money. Their people are suffering, but with them, they are rich. On top of that, she didn't get even satisfied. She decided not to give away this property. What type of leaders do we have in Africa who are very corrupt? Most of them, they've become rich for nothing because they are denying opportunities to their own people. To add more fire, she is punishing those people who are on a housing waiting list here in UK. They cannot even get. There's one family there who is looking for accommodation. They cannot get it because this greedy first lady has kept this flat without following the right procedure. If it's one of her people where she is, if someone is doing that in Sierra Leone, this first lady will be the first one to send the police and get that person arrested and serve prison sentence. But this lady is doing the same thing here in UK because all this time she thought nothing is gonna be revealed. But shame on her, because even her own country are suffering because of this type of leadership. And it's a shame to a lot of our leaders in Africa who are corrupt together with their wives. Listen to this video.
As we continue to shamelessly expose this couple who doesn't care about others' selfishness.
Of crime and corruption. Early last year, I was on a call with a friend of mine from the Gambia, and among many other things, I asked him whether he heard anything about the First Lady of Sierra Leone buying houses in the Gambia. He told me he didn't, but a couple of months later, he called me. I've just seen a crowd welcoming the President of Sierra Leone and the First Lady after they arrived in the Gambia. So he followed the crowd, and the crowd proceeded to a luxury villa, and the President and the First Lady entered. So he asked the neighbors what was going on, and they told him that the First Lady was the owner, and then she also owned another massive villa around the corner. So I thought this was an interesting lead. Decided to take the...
My people, I'm speechless after hearing this. You've heard it by yourself. Wonder shall never end. Corruption, fraud, can we call it 419? This is Africa, where our presidents, our leaders, and their wives, they are getting richer and richer through taxpayers' money. That's our money. Our tax will continue to suffer. Let's continue. Very rich family, multi-millionaires.
You can see how this woman and the whole family, because even the husband knows it's the whole family, the president and the first lady of Sierra Leone, how greedy they are. You can see they are paying rent like 560 pounds, 2-bedroom flat. They cannot leave that place for someone who needs that place. And there is a huge demand, as I said before, for the council homes in Sadok. And it is important they go to people in the very greatest need. Exactly, I said that before. And anyway, the council will investigate, and they always take action whenever these allegations meet them. I know there's a department where they do take action. They'll investigate, then they take action, because this is flawed.
This is a lesson to other people out there who are also into this type of fraud. You are not cheating anyone.
When you are caught, that's it. You lose the property. You pay, but you lose the property. You start all over again to do what? To rent private homes, which is very, very traumatizing, very stressful. I'm telling you this now. It's better here to be the homeowner after struggling with private tenants. It's not all that easy. This is flawed. The flawed team from that council, they'll investigate this woman. But might be because they've got money, they'll ask them to pay, but they'll take away. I think now that property is closed. I don't know if it's sealed. Neither the first lady or President Bio or their daughter Tigda reportedly responded to requests for comment. They haven't responded. You see how evil people are. They know what they are doing, but they don't care. What about the properties in Gambia? Guys, it's so humid today. As you can see, my windows are open, but it's so humid. Here in UK, when it's humid, the weather is terrible, especially London. So guys, bear with me. Your auntie is sweating. So this is what happens. What do you think about this? Is this the right thing? If it's just a local person, I'll be a bit of nice. What can I say? But this is the wife of the president and the president. And they are even manipulating people in Gambia. They are buying properties in Gambia. Not in Sierra Leone. Might be they've got properties in Sierra Leone, but their fortune is much in Gambia. You can see how these people are. They've already built their foundation. They know that if something happens, they will just leave the country and go to Gambia. So greedy people out there. Shame on her. Shame on them, because even the president knows. I'm not here just to talk because this one is first lady from Africa. Some people will come and say, oh, you are talking like this because they are from Africa. No, we cannot do that. Our leaders need to stop. What example are you showing to your own people? If you as the president and the first lady, this is what you are doing. This is a fraud. It is a scam. Saga in Sierra Leone. Guys, what do you think? Thank you very much for watching. Continue watching this channel because there will be saga after saga. Then we'll be relaxing and go out and relax after saga. We need to go and look for saga. Saga everywhere. Saga everywhere. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you and take care of yourself. Ciao, ciao. Bye.